LeBlanc, and looks like Betsy will go over to his Vlad once again.
So very like the mid and late game, they have a good 1-3-1 with both Vladimir, and they can send Galio off onto a side lane. I think it's super important that Misfits get an early lead, because you cannot afford to go super late game, because LeBlanc is really going to struggle to have an impact the longer this game progresses.
We'll make change, but we've seen small changes make a very big difference across the course of a split. Pridestalker going a little bit aggressive here. Maxwell's off towards the top side. Betsy actually looking to go in as Pridestalker's nearby. Maxwell jumps forward. There's the stretching strike, pulls him back. Betsy pulled a long way back. He's going to be the first blood. PoE flashes away. Pridestalker looking for his prey. Will get the kill. 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane.
So
River ward for Roccat, and he can actually get all the way down to this bot lane River bush if he wants. It looks like that's what he's going to do with Did, and Hyanan are a bit overextended. They get the push back onto Hans Sammer with Did's jumped on Maxwell. There, he's going to pull with Did back. Doesn't even need to use the Let's Bounce, but he might do it for Hyanan. No, Baxi's TP'd in. Pridestalker comes in from the side. There's the taunt. Hyanan's starting to pound down with the rockets, but cannot get enough damage off, and Misfits will back away.
that's on the Pridestalker.
Pridestalker needs to be careful. They spot him in. There's the chains. PoE's going to jump in. Double distort. Let's bounce back. Pridestalker's dead. No escape for him for the time being. Betsy actually going to try and trade onto PoE here. The Abyssal Voyage coming in from Ignar will distract and dissuade Betsy from going any further.
And we were praising them so much for this deep vision investment, as they're now looking for the bottom lane of Roccat.
Maxlaw's going to slingshot in. Great play back. Hyanan running away. There's a TP in as Wadit tries to pull himself to safety, but he cannot get away. Hans Sammer with another kill. With Pridestalker's on his way down bot, but it's just going to be tower for tower again. Actually, Stand United used on Ignar here, and Baxi has the taunt. This is very aggressive from the Misfits. Alfari will taunt onto Baxi. He's not going to be able to get away, but they take a long time to get the kill onto the Galio. And meanwhile, there's a rocket coming all the way up from bot. Is that going to connect? It will hit nothing. What a bad shot from Hyanan. Can't hit someone from the opposite side of the map. Come on.
Sells the kill, what should very well be that tower up in the top lane as well, as Betsy continues to take her axe.
Betsy's just really struggling into PoE. The Ignite comes down. He's dead, as you say. Pridestalker's going to jump in. The power of evil gets swiped away. Pridestalker gets his second kill. Maxwell gets the Rift Herald, though, did that all by himself, using it a bit more preemptively. Now, actually after this, I've got a great point, but Betsy is going to get caught out once again. Uses the pool early on. The chains, one will connect. Hans Sammer there as well with his second chain, and 2 chains is enough for the Misfits. Woodid cannot land the hook. Back to my point, though.
That is considered arguably S tier over in the LCK. And I understand in Europe it's not a big pick, but anyway, you push out top, or maybe just try and force a fight.
They might go in. There's the chains once again onto Betsy. Has the flash if he wanted to use it. He's going to Sanguine Pool first, then flashes away. Pridestalker's up towards the side. Here comes the heroic entrance. Jumps down, double stun. Maxwell there as well, but here comes Power of Evil. Already Betsy's fallen. PoE fighting up towards the bottom side. Will be able to get the kill onto Pridestalker. Just needs a little bit more damage. Pridestalker cannot turn it around, and PoE with his 4th kill of the game.
Yeah, the duo has been doing extremely well. As another engage.
Voyage comes in, they bring Maxwell forward with Did. Gonna get the hero's entrance on him. He hooks back the Tom Kench, still has the thick skin. Look at the taunt onto Hyanan. It was all a bait, mate, and they get the kill. Knock back Baxi as well. He's gonna ball. 2 kills to Misfits. Maxwell looking for more. Let's bounce back. Doesn't bring any friends. They all didn't want to join his party. But again, Pridestalker is here. He will look for the steal. Hans Sammer, Maxwell, Alfari still in the pit. They're going to get the pull back onto Ignar. The play used. Betsy jumps onto PoE. Here's Alfari. Here's the rest of Misfits. They all jump in onto Betsy. That's a dead Vladimir and a dead Kha'Zix. And now they're looking to squash down the Thresh as well. Hook comes out, but there's no place for Wadid to go. Misfits will clean it up. 14 kills to 2. Only 22 minutes in. And the Baron is their next play.
Maybe you would have.
It didn't happen. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Ben.
So instead,
Maxwell's so used to having things stolen from him.
Thanks to the Baron, who can soak this up for a while. We don't have time for that, because Alfari's getting collapsed on.
Yeah, Alfari's not in the best of spots here. Roccat are going to collapse on him with 4 members. The rest of Roccat, though, is still in mid, pushing in. Hook lands onto Alfari. There's no place for the Shen to go. He does get the Spirit's Refuge down. He's just delaying for as long as possible, and he does delay for a long, long time. Baxi has TP, but he's just going to have to base, because there's nothing to teleport to, and Misfits will get an inhibitor in the mid lane.
I think that's a fine trade for Misfits. Short, they lose Shen, and maybe they'll try and force a fight now.
Onto Hans Sammer, the Devourer comes down. Ignar's just going to take him away. And it's the reason the Tom Kench is so strong is the ability to get Hans Sammer out of that sort of situation.
Yep. Completely agree with you. Now Faxi doesn't land
Double
on.
taunt doesn't land onto Handsummer. They are going to go instead for Ignar, but no hook. The Chain of Corruption's coming down. PoE against Betsy off towards the side. 2 chains, 3 chains. How many more chains do you need, man? PoE is going to jump into the fight as Handsummer goes unstoppable. Did dies. It's a double. Another kill for PoE. Abyssal Voyage coming down. Ignar wants Pride Stalker. They want to clean this up now. They want to finish the game. They can't quite get the ace, but they are going to jump onto Betsy. Stand United comes in. Let's bounce back. Maxwell with the kill. Vlad falls once again, and Misfits are only 2 Nexus towers away from taking the win. Gonna do it once again. They're gonna take the Nexus, they're gonna take the series, and they're gonna take the win against Roccat.
Misfits with a very clean game 3. 6-0-6 scoreline for Handsummer. Misfits really did redeem themselves. But to me, the standout performer was that of Power of Evil. This guy, 14-2-7 on Cassiopeia, 7-2-4 on LeBlanc. He was a big part as to why Misfits looked so dominant over Roccat in games 2 and 3. And to me, it felt like we saw a little bit more of what made Misfits so strong in the past. Their strong ability to move around the map, the way in which they set up around objectives. It's not perfect, but it seems to be coming together.
It's a work in progress. It's always going to be when you have a sub in the middle of a split.